What is happening? Here we are, Dirty South Podcast. Girls, we've done. 1A, we've done. 2A, we've done. And now 3A, baby. And then it's off to the dance where you'll have a chance, in the great words of Brent Parsons of Cabra. What is happening, guys? Welcome back.
Yeah, man, we I don't know why we go down the rabbit hole. Like we spend so much time talking about all sorts of things. If you just tune in, it's like the Three Stooges. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What's that,
uh,
Grandma? Come towards the light.
we had a blast talking about 2A. I know that Dan's already dropped girls in 1A, which is great. I hope everybody gets a chance to check it out before wrestling begins. I hope everybody gets a chance to read my previews, which are not done, or Brand's previews, which are not
Not
finished
done.
either. Hopefully Dan will get his tickets punched to be able to get on the big screen before the things. It's been a busy few days, but not to digress, we need to stay on task because we have a
Yeah.
deadline this for this preview show. So we are going to focus in on 3A.
Okay. 1 second. I'm
Yep.
trying to look for my bracket to open it up.
Do you
Okay.
need me to send you my
Before you
special
open it
one?
up,
Oh, you can
do
send
you?
me a special one, but before we get into that,
Yep.
I say this at the end of the show every time,
Yes.
but I want to say it at the beginning of the show, and maybe one parent will listen and one kid will listen. I do podium shots every year. Been doing them 5, 6 years now. And there's kids that don't show up to the podium, and it's just disheartening. I know you're upset. I know maybe you got screwed, or maybe something happened, or maybe it was an upset, or maybe you're just disappointed, or whatever it might be. And maybe the parents are mad at a call, or it was just that, whatever. But we should encourage our children, no matter what, to show up for their podium picture. I know at the time it hurts, but you're going to want it in the future. You're going to want that picture, you're going to want that photo, and you're going to want that memory. Please, please encourage them. I get calls every year afterwards saying, "Oh, my so and so didn't show up, and maybe you got a picture during the tournament that you can kind of put in there, or can I take a picture of them in our garage and you can put them in there?" Yeah, it's great, but it's not the same, guys. It's not the
No,
same.
it should be. Show up.
Yes.
Show up. It's a disappointment.
And
You
don't
know
throw your
what?
medal away. Don't do anything like that
There
because when
are
you
lots of people who are disappointed in that building.
yep.
Okay.
Someday whatever position you finish in, you will speak about that with pride to your kids, to your nieces or nephews, or to you may end up coaching. Keep your prizes, show up for the picture, take a few moments. They gave you got a little bit of time, get mad. I mean, I guess if the finals, if you lost in the early placing rounds, you've got plenty of time to calm down and just realize that your future self really wants you to embrace this moment. And you did a great job. If you're on the podium, you deserve to be celebrated, even if it's not what
Agreed.
you wanted.
Agreed.
Yes.
All right. So, did you find your brackets before we go, Dan?
I did, and I got the special premium version. You
Oh,
guys
did I
need to
send you the
get on.
premium
You
ones?
guys need to get
Oh,
on to the premium site and open
you
these
Hang
up.
you
on.
you got the
You've already
ones
done
that
the
are
premium ones
I got a print. You
for
know why?
3A?
You know why? Because his stuff
because
goes to
I'm
my
sleep
good
deprived. I don't know
stuff
what
and
I'm
not
doing.
my I don't send his stuff to the trash bin like you do. So he sent me a beautiful
Do you want
premium
me to
one.
send the premium ones to your I hate Brant inbox?
No, no, it's fine.
Oh
I've
man.
actually already got mine already laid out because I didn't get a chance to see them. But I will say, guys, for those of you that don't know, the premium brackets, man, they look sharp. They look
Oh,
sharp. I can't wait to see
oh.
them when Brand actually drops them for
Let me
everybody.
let me give you a sneak peek.
No,
Just real
don't. What are you doing? You got to
no,
share his
real
stuff.
quick,
Hey, you can do a
real
sneak
quick,
peek.
All
real
right,
quick,
all right.
real quick. Let's see.
Just if it sells some subscription.
Look at that, guys.
Oh,
You see
look
it?
out. That is so
Oh, it's
beautiful.
so awesome. All right, that's enough.
Oh.
Yo, I'm
No, I
telling
will say
you,
this. Like, Brand has
love the
put a
way he
lot of
put
time
the
and effort. He
stars.
will never do this again, so enjoy this year.
Yeah,
Um,
he'll do it
but
again. When you're
the
doing something like this, just like when I'm doing 350 ticket punched, there are times that you grab the tequila bottle and start taking shots and go, I'll never do this again. But then you get done and you see the love that comes back from it, and you go, okay, I did a good thing. I'll put up with the
Right.
pain again.
I mean, but this is me really putting myself out there too. Like in the past, I felt I could kind of hide what my real picks were. Like, this is round by round. These are kids that are going to get mad at me that I don't even know that are getting mad at me. I mean, I'm really putting it out there by picking every single pick, which I always do. I've just never made it public. It's always just been shoved aside, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't remember what I picked in that
Well,
round.
and the thing that I think is really important to everyone is number one, Brant Brant doesn't he doesn't care who wins. It's not he does there's no skin in the game. He's just simply going based upon past results. And you know what? If you guys have lost to this person 3 times, but you happen to beat them at the state tournament, Brant probably didn't pick you if you go head to head with that person because history tells us that you probably were going to lose.
But
Now,
please run over to him and ask for your sticker.
absolutely.
Please
Now, I want
do not throw strawberries at him from the top. Do not throw food at him
Right,
from
that
the
happened
top.
last year.
Do not do that stuff to him. He's not doing this because he hates you or has something against you. He typically has a passion for this, and he makes his picks based on stats criteria.
so I would encourage everyone after this weekend to take the NCAA brackets that come out in a couple of weeks for each weight class and fill it out, and you will see how difficult it is and how I mean things happen. Wrestling is one of the things that makes it great is that it's chaos. Anything can happen.
I got to tell
And
you,
I will add one more thing on that.
if I tried to make this bracket, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I don't know how to do arrows and highlights and stars.
Canvas,
I
baby,
have no freaking idea
or
how to do
Canva.
any of this stuff.
I just want to say also, and this is a true story. While I've been working on 1A, a coach I consider a friend in 2A asked me what I did in one of the weight classes for 2. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I like I don't spend all weekend looking to see if I got these right. If you can come up to me and tell me I picked something, I'll be like, sure. I'm not I'm not in love with my picks, beholden to them. They are meant to make it a fun weekend, and the moment I publish them, all I'm thinking about is what's happening live and in person. Um, I hope it helps everybody enjoy the tournament. I hope it helps fans get an idea of what could happen. We've never had a perfect bracket in the NCAA basketball tournament, and people spend a lot of time studying that. I've had one perfect bracket for a weight class in all the years doing this. Now I'm letting you see what my brackets look like, and some of them will look like I do right now. They will be beat down. They will be, they will, they will be struggling just to move. They'll be so battered. But I just I hope they look nice. I hope they add one more thing to my coverage that wasn't there already.
Some of my
And
brackets will look the way I do right now. Wow. That
I
is a
love it, and
statement.
I can't wait. I'm a subscriber. I pay the monthly bill, and I want to go in.
I do as well.
I can't wait to print out these brackets. I may want to put them like in a folder and take them with me to the state tournament just to track them and see what his picks are. It's super,
Uh,
super awesome. And I love it. It gives you an idea going into it. If you're there, you probably have a skin in the game. There's a kid there, a grandkid, a family member. But you always want to know what are the matches to watch. And if you go on here, he's got little yellow stars next to matches to watch so that you have an idea. Oh man, I need to see that. For example, we're going to talk about 106, but I need to see that, Flanders Rosario match or whatever it is, right? So it really gives you an idea when you walk in there, almost like a playbook of who to watch and who to see
yeah,
wrestle and some good stuff coming up.
yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. So we begin in 3A.
yes,
And he's going to ask us, what is your bracket to watch?
I
yes.
am going to ask you, what is your bracket that we should all be paying attention to? And I'm more than happy to open it up to either one of you.
You should be looking at my 175 bracket because there are not one but two huge exclamation points on that graphic because that weight class is crazy in 3A. And I'll tell you which ones have the exclamation points first, but you've got Gavin Isaacs up at the top, um,
Ooh,
30 and 0 on the
exclamation
season.
point.
You've got so you're looking at it now, so you see it. Jonathan Moreno's in the top. Jad Urabari is in the top. In the bottom, Mac Andrews, Vladislav Tchaikovsky, and last year's state champ Connor Bonney from Miami Palmetto. Go Panthers! And Sheldon Fouché is in that, and Chase Boy. I mean, just so many guys that are competing for the state title, and guys that are going to mess up journeys to the state title. But in that bottom half, you
Yeah.
have Andrews and Tchaikovsky quarterfinal match. I have them 2 and 3 in the state right now. And in the winner of that one will wrestle the returning state champ, Connor Bonney, in the semifinals in the bottom half of the bracket. And whoever wins that, you get undefeated Gavin Isaacs in the top. It is just, I
I
can't
mean,
wait for
I
this bracket.
agree with that exclamation point right there. Who wouldn't pay to watch Mac Andrews and Tchaikovsky wrestle? Those are
Yes.
two of the toughest son of a guns. To watch those two in the quarterfinals, holy moly. And listen, and Mac's got a hell of a wrestler in Chase Boyd right there, but holy moly to get that. Yeah,
Well, I mean, you could mention name after name after name in that bracket. I
yes,
mean,
but
honestly,
how cool is that? I mean, for us as fans, how cool is that matchup going to be? But
Four
yeah,
state finalists in this bracket from last year,
four state finalists. Woohoo!
and two fourth placers. That's how good this bracket is.
that
It
it
is
is
how
a lot
good
of
this
fun.
bracket is. And
How about you, Daniel? You got to wait for me?
yeah, I was going back through these because there was a couple that I was looking at, and being that I have an awesome cheat sheet here now, uh, I'm gonna go to Brant's 132, where you could have a quarterfinals of the top six kids in the state. I think that is pretty amazing to look forward to. I don't know. What do you think, Brant? I think that's with Jeremio down there and Gautier. I mean, you got
Oh,
Draven
you got
Thompson
Jeremilo and Draven Thompson, who's
right
just
off
looked
the
Mhm.
rip.
absolutely
And
fantastic. You
then
got
you could have
Willie in there.
Southwest versus Palm Harbor, Sebastian Gonzalez and Caleb Gautier in the quarterfinals. I mean, come on, guys. This could be the gods gave us this one the right way. They put one and two on opposite sides, and the winner that comes out of this bracket is going to be battle tested.
Jeremilo is returning state champ. You could have 1 versus 3 there in the quarterfinals between him and Thompson. And Thompson, when they wrestled back in December, he beat Jeremio. Um, Gauthier and Gonzalez, as you mentioned, 2 and 4 in my rankings. They're meeting in the quarterfinal round potentially. Uh, Caleb won their meeting by fall at Live Greco. Uh, Alfredo Chang, Brentley Crawley, 5 and 6. They're going to meet in the quarterfinals. Uh, both capable of sticking around for a while here. It is, you win a state title, you get a little bit of a favorite tag, but I don't know. Don't know how strong that favorite tag is here. Jeremy Hill has wrestled better as the year has gone on. Um, I believe he's a better wrestler now than he was when he wrestled Thompson, but we'll see what happens. That was a major decision, by the way, that Thompson won by early in the season. So it's gonna be fun. And you're like Winter Haven, where is that? Um, they've been wrestling a tough schedule this year,
They
and
have.
and the Thompson brothers are probably a big part of that. But they've seen these wrestlers. I mean, Thompson is 2-0 against Gonzalez this season. Wrestled Jeremio, as we said. I mean, they're
And
battle
lost to
tested
Kroom,
coming
right?
in. Yes, that might be. No, that's not the one. Um, but yeah, so this
There's
this weight
another
class,
Thompson that's been having a really good year, and he's been
both
in
of them have. Yeah,
overtime. Yeah, but Draven's been, yeah, he's somebody that I agree with you, Brent. He's somebody that if 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 Guillermo was going to lose, that would be the spot he would lose in. I think if he gets past that spot, I think he might potentially take the whole thing. I think his toughest match is there. Nothing against anybody else, but that's what it is. I mean, look, Twilly is a tough kid and can blow up a bracket, but I think Jeremiah's toughest test will be Draven Thompson there on the bottom in the quarterfinal. That kid is tough. He brings the noise. What do you
So we
think?
have 132 and 175 picked by you guys, and I'm really surprised that neither of you picked heavyweight because man, heavyweight is just crazy in 3A. I am not going to pick it either. I am going to save it for the end, um, because I did have one other, um, and that is 138, which I think is one of the one of the best weights, one of the best brackets in the
Hmm.
entire 3A. And the reason I think that is you have top end talent, you have not much separation amongst the top kids in this bracket. You have potential first round bangers. So first, Stefano Garcia obviously comes in as number one after taking Region Four. That puts Kirienko, defending state champion, down on the bottom side, who shares a quarter with Zach Berry. Down low, you've got Skylar West, but up top, man, you've got Caleb Williams, who comes in as a four out of Region Four. And, he could draw a lot of different region champs. He just happened to draw Sebastian Bonachea from Oakleaf, who's 37-1 on the season and has been all over the podium himself. So, I mean, just get out your popcorn right away because 138 is going to be great.
Bonaccia, three-time state placer,
Yep.
eighth last year, third and fifth going back in time. His one loss, I'm sure you have it marked down. His one loss this season, Stefano Garcia, majored
Right.
him this year. Um, they could meet in the
He's going
semifinal.
to worry about other things before he gets to that.
He's gonna have a rough road there. Um, yeah, and Kirilenko um, lost to Garcia in the region final. So now the defending state champ, which has not wrestled a lot this year. I'm guessing wasn't 100%. The match for me to watch, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a proud alum, but Skylar West and Gregory Jackson in that quarterfinal at the bottom for a chance to
Yeah, and I
to
didn't even
to
mention Gregory West, or Gregory Jackson, who's wrestled great.
they've both been able to put out some really good wins. Skylar West, if you haven't noticed me, 56-2 on the season, and those are like some legit wins in there. He's beat Webb from Cocoa Beach. He's beat Hicks from New Smyrna Beach. He's got a win over Barrietto from Coral Gables. Beat a couple guys in this bracket, and he's just sitting down there ready to come in here and kind of shake things up. He's had a huge jump this year, blood round wrestler a year ago. Those two are two of the ones to watch. And then in the top half, watch for Angel Legrand from Cypress Creek. I don't have him ranked in a placing spot coming in, but that's a guy that can get a win every now and again. And if he gets hot this weekend, you can see him on the podium.
I'll tell you what, I didn't obviously wasn't in the gym, but based upon what I looked at the brackets and pulling up the match by match kind of results and that sort of thing, I was blown away with how good Garcia was in Region
Yes.
4. I
Yeah.
mean, he beat Kirienko like 13-3, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he put it on Jackson, I mean, I was blown away with how fantastic he looked. I just expected it to be closer. I just
Yeah.
expected,
Who was
a
that?
5-4 match. Hmm.
Who was that?
Stefano Garcia over
Yeah,
Kirilenko in the region final.
yeah, those
But I
two.
mean, but he's done that all year. I mean, Garcia did the same thing to Bonaccia, beat him by
That's
a
right.
major decision. And there's a guy that is one of the top. I mean, Garcia has just hit that other level this year, and he's my favorite coming into the weekend. But
He's my favorite as well, but
it's a tough
especially
bracket
after
to
this
be a
past
favorite
weekend.
in. Yeah,
All right. let's you jump down to
all
106.
the way back to the
I
beginning.
agree with
All the way back.
everything they said, by the way. 138, I agree with everything they
He's
said.
mesmerized by the brackets he's looking
Well, I
at.
know you didn't say anything. I thought you were just kind of doing your kind of looking through and like looking at all the
It
annotations
is
that
awesome. Like,
Brant has done.
listen, I don't know if I'll print these up, or I might have, if you could send me the other PDF with just the rankings, because I need to give my guys something that they show them who their wrestlers are. So I might just print out your brackets for each of the classifications and then highlight who their wrestlers are. And I think that's a cool thing to do to give them too. So I don't
I'm
know.
telling you guys,
I'm not going to do, I don't think I should do this one because that's his special baby that you need to
I
go.
mean, it's the my ranking the or my brackets are legit till 12:01 on Thursday. The moment that first whistle blows, my
Yeah, but that's okay.
my
That's
brackets,
so if you send me the 3A one, then I'll have, I think you've sent me 1A girls,
I'll send you
2A,
all the
3A.
all
Send me
the
all of them, and
goodies.
because I think I'm going to do that where I can highlight them and give them to my
all right,
photographers, videographers.
let's
But
move to
yeah,
106.
Yes.
Up top, we've got Alzadir Ortiz, George Steinbrenner. I think it's George Steinbrenner, isn't it?
Yeah, Steinbrenner.
Yeah, GMS. Is your number one seed or is your number
My
one
number
ranked
ranked.
wrestler
Yes.
by Cabra. He does share the top side with Chase Walgamuth from Haggerty. That is a frustration. We won't get into the formulas and frustrations. Just go back and listen to 285 and 2A. Um, Down on the bottom side, you've got Micah Gillens, South Plantation, Sebastian Rodriguez from Harmony. Harmony always seems to put out some outstanding young talent and small talent, sixes, 13s, 20s,
Yep.
that sort of thing. Shares the quarter with Jacob Howell from Flagler Plum Coast. You'll notice that everyone in the bracket has at least a loss. They have battled some good competition. So, how is this one playing out?
I
Yeah, I
think
mean yeah, go on. You go first.
I
Go
think on
for
the
it.
bottom, I think on the bottom side, the semifinalist comes out of uh the Jacob Held, Sebastian Rodriguez. Well, obviously it does because that's the quarterfinal match. But I
Well,
think
it might not be a quarterfinal match, but
um,
yes, it
Yeah.
probably
but
is.
I really like those two. They've been having a great year. Jacob Held, a young ninth grader, but Sebastian Rodriguez, if he's on his game, I think you could see him make a run all the way to the finals on the bottom side there. Um,
And his brother Adriel, who's not wrestling because they're both 106, could also have been here and gone really deep in this tournament. That's how deep Harmony is. They've got podium guys cheering from the sideline because there are no spots for them.
Correct. But yeah, I think we were unfortunately given Ortiz and Wagamuth up top. I think there's a young kid up there in Deer Shalaby that if he gets going, he could blow up the bracket. But yeah, it's anybody's game here. I mean, what do you think, Brant?
Yeah, I'll echo pretty much what you guys have said. Also, just look, Alzado Ortiz, he's the favorite. I think he placed fifth last year. He's one of two state placers coming back, chases the other one. His two losses this year are to Freehoff from Jesuit. If you listen to the 2A podcast, we talked very well of him. He's lost to him 13-10, 15-14. But he's got a really tough draw. Uh, Ravello from Southwest Miami has wrestled everybody this year, so don't let the 12 losses fool you.
Yep.
He is capable of beating almost everybody in this bracket. Johnny Flanders, same kind of thing out of Boone, uh, able to step up in that moment. One of them will be in the quarters for him. Then you got to get past the who I think the number two guy is in the semifinals. They've not wrestled each other, so that makes it kind of tough. And but that road is the one I'm watching. I know Ortiz is a coach favorite at Steinbrenner. They love his ethic and his the work he puts in and um, talking to Coach Noble, you can't help but root for the kid, knowing some of the stories and just really putting in the effort this year, and now getting that chance to try and finish his high school career on the right note.
Speaking of Coach Noble, Shout out to Reed Noble, Landry Lander, who I believe qualified for the Division II national championship or national
Nice.
tournament.
Shout out to Reed Noble. Shout
There
out
you
to
go.
you. Shout out
I
to you,
wasn't
my friend.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but you mentioned the name, and
I
I'm
set
like,
it up.
you gotta kind of gotta do that now. All
Well,
right.
do we have anything to talk about in 113 or should we just move on?
I know. I think we got tons to talk about at
Tons to talk
113.
Why don't you
about.
lead it off, Dan? Tell us about
I
113.
mean, look, I think we've had three girls in the history of the state of Florida end up in the state tournament. I think one of them is the assistant coach up at Grandview. We had one many, many years ago who's now like a colonel in the military. And we've had,
Miriam Jenkins.
and we've
She's
had,
not a colonel, but yes.
she's way up there in the Marine Corps. And then Jasmine Godinez, who's now coaching at Florida High School. And we now have our fourth in Abigail Gonzalez, who made a huge run in the people say the toughest region in Florida wrestling. To come out fourth in that region is unbelievable. There's people that stayed home at 113 that might be top five guys on the Brant rankings. That's how tough that bracket was. And so shout out to her for getting a chance to come in here and wrestle the boys. And good luck to her. I hope that she gets a win. And not too many have. I think Abby got a win and Miriam Jenkins got one win. I think those are the
Miriam got to
only.
win. Jasmine got to win, I think.
Yep, Jasmine got a win her senior year. So I think those are two that did it. And good luck to Abigail. She's put in a side that is obviously the whole tournament's tough. So go,
So, so I
congratulations to
think
her.
I think the thing you need to know about that is that Abby comes in and you're going to see number 13 next to her name. And I mean the truth of the matter is that
I have no idea where to put her. Is the real truth
yeah,
of the
I
matter.
know, but I just trying to give some people like the context, and that is, Donovan Jenkins from South Plantation sits at number 3 up top in top quarter of the bracket. Um, and and Jenkins beat her 1-0 in the semifinals at Region 4, right? So that describes not just Abby, that describes how good Region 4 really is, that the fourth place person out of the region, it really, if we historically look at it, causes a lot of havoc in the 3A state tournament. Region 4 does. Um, all of that to say, right, the distance between the top wrestlers here is not significant. I mean, Brian Morales, South Day, he's your number one down at the bottom. He beat Jenkins by a point. Jenkins is up top now with Nicolaj, who pulls a good Leo Ortiz in the first round. You've got Clairvoyant, who has number 2 and looked really, really good this season. And you've got a really good Chris Schnobrink, at Olympic Heights, who shares that quarter of the bracket. Russell Yarbrough, who pulls Abby in that first round. Um, the reason I bring it up is that I don't know that there's as clear of a favorite and 113 pounds as maybe we see in some of the other weights.
I would say there is no clear favorite. I think Brian Morales gets my pick as a favorite just because he won a state title in 2024. So he has that experience here. When he wrestled Clairvoyant during the season, it was an 8-6 match, showing that that's an even keel there if they both end up there. Not to say in that Sean Lee Omega there having Tyler medalist as a possible quarterfinal match in his 47-2 record. That is why I picked Morales as the favorite, but it is a wide open. I think this is one of Dan's Yahtzee brackets. I think we could roll the dice a few different ways and probably pick a podium just as accurately as my podium will look when this one's done, because I think this is just going to be chaos.
And
I
he
don't think this will go chalk. And
he must really be confused, guys, because I'm looking at some of those special premiums, and I don't see a champion on his bracket. So he must be really
Oh, you
confused
know what?
with this
That's right.
one.
I had to come
He
back and
must be
redo.
really confused with this one. So that
It
tells
has
you how good it is.
there is a champion on my page now.
There is a
Um,
champion on the page.
that was one when I was building it yesterday. So you got the originals. That's
So
one I had to
I
update
said
and
he
add my
must really
champion.
be going back and forth
It
on
was a
this
tough
one.
one, and you can tell I skipped it and then
Yeah.
never went
Well,
back to it.
and honestly, right before we started this morning, I had to go back and fix something in 1A that I had published because I was still stuck going, who do I pick here? So
So I have a
anyway,
question. I have a question. If Abby is able to knock off Yarborough, does she make a run?
I think Snowbrick is actually a very, very difficult
Yeah,
out in
that
that
would be a
quarter of the
tough one.
bracket. So, um, I mean, I'm not saying that she can't beat him. I think she has a legit shot in that quarter, um, because of the way she's wrestled Morales and Jenkins. But um,
But she's
I,
gonna be wrestling upper grade level kids. I
Right.
know that's not necessarily a sure thing for strength, but that tends to be a stronger 113 when you're a senior at that weight than when you're a freshman at that weight. I think going
Snowbrick
against
is a kid who can break you too.
yeah, and so
He's
it's
tough.
going to be tough for her. I
But like
mean,
you said,
113's not
Yarborough is an absolute hammer, but he better not walk in here thinking, "Oh, I'm wrestling a girl."
correct because she has the technical side that can cause fits if she sticks around long enough. Withstands that early strength part of it. She can beat nearly everybody in this bracket if they want to go 6 minutes with her because they're not going to out technique her.
And I
Yeah.
think
Well,
from
and
what
I
I
think
understand, I wasn't at the regionals because I was up somewhere else. But when I talked to people who were at the regionals, she was down 1-0 going into the third period, had to take bottom, and I believe it ended
Just
one
didn't get
nothing.
up.
So the
Didn't get
strength
up.
of
Yeah.
Donovan Jenkins really kind of took over there. From what
I
I
think one
understand,
of the
I
things
wasn't
that
there.
she has an advantage when she wrestles the girls is that she's technically superior, but she's also she will put it on you and she
Hmm.
will kind of get that momentum going and everything else. Against the 113-pound boys, man, it's hard to develop that momentum, man. They are in good position. They're fighting you the entire time. I know she goes in and works out with the best around with Giovanni. I mean, I don't know if she wrestles with Giovanni or not, but I would assume, being around, she's got some good competition, good practice partners and that sort of thing. But I will say that that's a that's a that's a tough chore. That's why it's a different kind of beast. That's just the way it is.
And look, she's got one of the best coaches in Tovar that spends a lot of time with her. And listen, if anybody can pull off something great, I think I wouldn't put it past her, right?
Hey man, you know what? She can
There's a
make a
reason
run.
she's
There's
capable
no
of
reason
doing
why
it.
she
Yep.
can't make a run.
Now, if you guys want to know Brant's thoughts and Brant's picks on how far Abby will go, $7, baby, right?
9
9.
$9 now. Hey,
per
that's
month.
in,
9 per
Brand,
month. You can
but
get
Dan just
nine.
gets his car charged. He doesn't have any
that's
I
idea.
know
inflation. That's inflation.
that shows you how long he's been a supporter because
Yes.
those that have been a supporter
It's,
for 3 or more years do
yep.
pay $7.
Yep.
All
So
right,
check it
move
out.
to 20 because we're gonna run out of time here. Um, Love the fact that Soto and Nathan Lytle are on opposite sides of
Yeah.
the bracket here. That is
Yes. Thank
fantastic.
you.
Soto has been absolutely phenomenal. He won the knockout. He is unbeaten on the season. He does share the top side with a very scrappy, very good Kevin McClain out of Flagler Palm Coast. That middle of the bracket with Medina and Rivera is going to be a barn burner in the opening round. Lytle looks really, really good. He shares the bottom side with Lemke. Um, and not to take away anything from anyone else in the bracket, but Soto Lytle state final looks like
Listen, they
that's going to be
wrestled
the
in the finals at Braves
At
Invitational.
Braves.
It was like a 2-point
4-1.
match or 4-1. It was a one
4-1.
takedown match. And Nathan Little's only loss of the season was
Is
to
it Little or
Soto.
Lytle? Little?
Lytle, I'm sorry. Little
I don't know.
Lytle. I don't know. A little Lytle, I don't know. But
Email us. Let us know.
anyway, he's only one loss to Soto. But prior to that, at the Michigan thing that they do, Michigan Grappler,
Grappler.
he beat Soto. So yeah, there's some little history there. But yeah, if we get to be blessed by these two in the finals, they are definitely two of the best, not just at this weight, but in our state, and they are definitely fun to watch. It's great. I had a great time watching their match.
I'm just glad they're on opposite sides of the bracket.
Yeah,
That's the main thing.
yeah, it was awesome. And I was Matt's side for that match, so it was so much fun to watch.
All right, Brant, do you want to add anything to that, or let's move to 26?
Let's move to death taxes and Tovar.
And it's death taxes and Tovar at 126, but Tovar sits in the middle of the bracket. So for
Yes.
everybody wondering, did he lose? Did he lose to Dominic Rodriguez in the finals? He forfeited. I don't know
Yes.
why he
We don't know
forfeited.
why.
Don't know.
We hope he's
But
okay.
now that forfeit, man, if I am the region champ, if
You're
I'm
Mario DeBella,
Mario
31 and
DeBella,
1.
I am pissed off. I'm sorry. Um, now, I don't know what's going on with Tovar. He obviously is not going to give up a match if he doesn't have a reason to forfeit. He's not doing that to mess up the bracket. So
Yeah, he's
obviously
not
something's
chasing a make believe formula that the coach thinks is going to happen. That is certainly not what happened there.
That is right. That is not going to happen here. I will say, with him being on the top side, though, that really makes it tough for DeBella, Santiago, Gary Jackson, all really, really talented. Um, Down at the bottom, though, a little more open. Calava down there, Taylor, Davis, Williams, Barnes, and Dominic Rodriguez, who made the finals down in Region 4. So, Brant, I just set it up. Take it away.
Well, if you must know, when they have wrestled, um, Tovar Giovanni has won uh, two tech fall wins over Dominic Rodriguez. If he is 100% or close to 100%, we don't know why he forfeited. If he's okay, and we hope he is the favorite here. The the thing to watch here is going to be who makes it there in that second spot. And I think Dominic Rodriguez has shown he's the one to beat there, but he's got to get past, a tough Connor Barnes in that quarterfinal round if he's there. Um, he's handled his business with Calava this year. Calava really started a year strong. He's not has had as many um, big time wins down the stretch, but if he gets back on the good foot, um, but I'm curious. I'm watching like the back end to see what happens, with Jackson and DeBella and um, Calava there and Barnes and see how this plays out on the podium because all of those guys have that chance. And this is one we know a few answers to those questions. DeBella and Calava have wrestled twice this year. Jackson's 3-1 against Calava. So like we can make some notes and have some ideas, and I'll be curious to see how it plays out. But if Tovar is okay, um, death and taxes, baby.
Yeah, I mean, let's be
Slide
honest.
left.
If he's healthy, nobody's
Swipe
beat.
left.
But I actually think somebody that could blow up this bracket is an Andrew Taylor if he's wrestling well.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely has an opportunity. And
It's a quad that's capable of him getting out of if he hits the right stride in that first round match.
well, and
Correct.
Kalava seems to be like have some absolutely great wins. And then I think he got teched by Rodriguez. And I just don't, that's not taking anything against Rodriguez, but you know, you beat Morales in the blood round to make it to the
Yeah.
state tournament. It just it's a little
And
it's a
listen,
little
I've seen Calava wrestle all year, so I think that Calava has what it takes to get all the way to the finals if he's wrestling like he did the first half of the
yeah.
season. I don't think Drew Taylor beats him in the first round match, but I think Drew Taylor can make a run on the backside.
All right, jump into 144 because we've already covered 32 and 38. Um, Up top, Giovanni Solis,
You want to just
biggest
move on?
favorite in the building.
Swipe left.
Um,
He
Swipe
could be a
left.
four-time state champ as a sophomore.
yeah, Giovanni is obviously an absolute hammer. He has that one loss. We have obviously watched it to Lincoln Slezanowski. Other than that, Giovanni is really, really talented. It is unfortunate that the region champ that pulls that side is Hunter Jesse, who comes in number two by Brandt. Down on the bottom, you got Hopper, who I mean, I remember him being back like a little seventh or eighth grader, freaking wrestling at 106 pounds, and making a run to the podium, I think. You got Sagai and Antonucci in that quarter. That to me is a fantastic quarter. EJ
And
Coney down there with Javin Taylor. But like the truth is, it is Solis, and then what is going to happen with the rest?
yeah, and we'll
Yeah, I
use
think the
144 to kind of pick up the pace here. But I will say, Sagai, if he beats Antonucci, which is not a given, has beaten Hopper twice this year. But that is a great quarterfinal match
that's
between
the
two of
one
the
I was
top
going to
four. Was
watch.
that the one you were going to jump on?
That's the one I was going to say watch too. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great quarterfinal match there because both those kids, if they wrestle each other and they're both locked in, phew, it'll be a fun one because both those kids are tremendous. But yeah, I don't uh, I don't see I don't see anybody beating Mr. Solis.
150,
Mr. Life
we
left. Yes.
unfortunately down at the bottom have again one and two, Armand Williams, Massimiliano, Mano Pelicano from Venice, who's 50 and 1 on the year. Nathan Barrett, extremely tough up top with Harmony. Prince Fortuna Abdullah from Buchholz is your region champ up top. This bracket is kind of really kind of spread out. Unfortunately, it has one and two on the same side of the bracket, but otherwise it should kind of play out, I think, the way you have it laid out, Brant.
Yeah, and Williams comes in a really solid favorite here. He did beat Pelicano. Pelicano's one loss came to Williams this year. It was a major decision during a season. Different day, anything could happen there. But I feel like the defending state champ uh, for South Dade is going to pick up some key points there. I am looking forward to the chance to see him go against Barrett in the final if things go chalk. I think that's a really good um, final that will test him and won't be an easy romp for him. And then on the backside, there's some rematches. There's a big match or two. Just try to get onto the podium here. There's some intriguing things on this side. But the bottom half is what you're watching. I mean, you're the favorite, and you could get number two in the semis, and number three in the final. So he'll earn it if he does repeat.
Well, and Dan Kingsley Mincer, man, you've seen him wrestle quite a few times,
Woo!
right? He's definitely
Very
he is
tough.
definitely a landmine in this bracket.
A huge landmine because he can definitely, I mean, listen, Pelicano comes in as a number two ranked wrestler. Well deserved. He's wrestled everybody. He's beaten everybody. He's done his job. But Kinsley Mincer is a kid that can get up on a day like that, like this weekend, and uh, and upset the apple cart. I 100% agree with you.
And Mincer, when he wrestled Armand this year, it was a 9-6
Yeah,
match. So if he
yeah.
gets himself into that mix, he
All
can
right,
roll with
moving to
them.
157, sitting on the top line, your number one, Nick Blake from Haggerty, his one loss coming in yet another knockout final to Dallas Russell. Um, Otherwise, Blake, it's been fantastic. This is another weight where I'm very disappointed to see Tomas Campion on the same side of the bracket, the number two. You got Bryson Thompson down low, Tyler Gray. You've got a whole host of individuals in this bracket who could make things interesting. But I'm going to be honest with you, Nick Blake is he's been that guy. He really has. And I
Yeah,
know
Nick.
you're a big fan, Dan. Do you see anybody giving him a shot or giving him a challenge?
I don't. I like Nicholas Blake, and if he's locked in, I think this is about as much of a lock as any other bracket we have in any A.
Nick picked up his 200th career win in the region semifinals. His record for his 4 years, 201 and 13. 8 of those losses were his freshman year. 3 of them were in the knockout finals. So I was texting with Scotty back and forth, and I'm like, how many of those 13 losses are the nationally ranked kids and state champs? And it's a
Pretty much
big
all of
number.
them.
And
Uh,
we may have some differences here because I believe that the Bryson Thompson Didier Novoa quarterfinal match ends up being the finalist against Nicholas Blake. I like those two kids a lot.
Mm.
all right.
You know what? I like that. I mean, I think that I'll
I
tell you
gotta look
what,
mine up to see who I have in the finals here.
the match in the bottom, some of the matches on the bottom, man, are fantastic. All right, moving to 165. Up top, again, I don't want to say swipe left, but Tyree Graham has really come into his own. I mean, he really, I mean, we knew how good he was years ago, but he is absolutely um, just on another level,
Yeah.
honestly, than everybody else at 165. The rest of the bracket, you've got a number of different individuals who can upset the apple cart and kind of make some noise and make the podium. And I think the battle for the podium is going to be really interesting. But it feels, I think we all agree, Graham is sitting on top.
Yes.
Brett,
State champ last year, state finalist year before, state placer as a freshman. And really, if you've watched him wrestle, just next level. You have those moments where the light clicks on, and that was obviously last year, especially in the state tournament. It's such a great run. The only thing, and Dan will notice on this, there's not a lot of color on this bracket. There's not a lot of storylines on this bracket. But Andres Rojas has really come on for Southridge. Talking before the season with his coach, he thinks he's a state champ by the time he graduates. Um, I see him reaching the finals here. He and
well, and he
Drake
beat
Bond.
Bonnie last
He
week,
beat
right?
Bonnie 3 straight times. Um, heading into the weekend. So I think that's someone to watch if he gets there because he's got 2 more years after this. But to me, this is the Tyree show.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I love the Bonnie twins. I think Bonnie's going to make a good run here. But I have to agree with you, Andres Rojas. If you're looking at recent history, has had his number the last three times. So yeah, I think you're not wrong, but I just don't
Well,
see anybody in this bracket testing, let alone beating Tyree Graham.
Well, and Bonnie has Wolgamuth in the first round, and Rojas has Tchaikovsky in the first round. So, they can't be looking
Tough
ahead. I
opening
mean,
rounds or matchups,
those are
definitely.
tough matches, and Ensner down on the bottom, and everything else. So
And
that's
with all due
you can't
respect
look
to
afford to look ahead.
And with all due respect to all the chalk that we believe is moving forward, we're going to talk when we do our show, hopefully after the state tournament. We're going to go, holy shit, we didn't see that one coming. Oh shit, that one. Wow. So there's going to be some moments where we're like, ooh,
I hope there are.
what
I
Yeah,
hope.
there
happened
I
will
there,
be.
mean,
right? We're going to see it.
absolutely.
We're going to see
It won't be in the finals of this one though.
no, but we're going to
All
see a
right.
bracket where a couple teen rankings win the first round, and you're like, cool.
175 we already covered. That was one of the first ones that we did. Let's jump to 190. Ray Shaw, George Jenkins, who Dan doesn't think is nearly as good as he is.
Yeah, not a fan.
Defending state champion.
Amount of times I have to talk up Ray to Dan just to bring him in off a
Exactly.
ledge is crazy.
Yeah, because I just don't think
Honestly,
he's that good. As a matter of fact, I remember doing this show last year where both of you had
I had him
some other
wrong.
kid from
yes.
Lake Mary picked, and I picked Ray. And so for the first time in our show's history, I was actually right. And I'll
Not
take
only
that for
did you end
myself.
up having that right now, and at the moment, I don't think it was still before the finals, but I had to then go out to eat with his coaches telling me how wrong I am uh,
Yes.
the night before the finals. That was fun.
And we need to do that again this year. I need to get a table for everybody again this year. But
I
yes,
mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, this is a good bracket. You got Brace C, or whatever from Fletcher, region champ, number three up top. You got my man, I'm gonna slaughter it. Paula Cateus, from Steinbrenner there at number two.
And he and Ray just wrestled
Middle,
this past week.
I'm sorry.
He and Ray just
Yes.
wrestled last week.
Yeah. And then you've got Aubin from uh, what is that for? Free
Albania, yeah,
uh
he's at Freedom.
Freedom. Okay, I thought it was.
Orlando Freedom.
All right. You got an 8-9 matchup there with Keeley from Buchholz. Down low, you got Tedrick Lee from Columbus. Lonergan down there with number four. But I mean, Shaw Shaw has sought out the best competition. He's
Yes.
wrestled Ryder Wilder. He has been everywhere. He has competed against some absolute studs, both at the knockout and many other tournaments. I love the bracket, but again, it feels like another situation where we're fighting for second place.
We're picking second from the other side of the bracket, and then we're watching the consies with much interest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. And congratulations to Ray. As if anybody doesn't know, he's committed to Virginia. So looking forward to
Yes.
see him wrestle at the next level. Yeah, but a kid in here that could really, on the backside, make some noise. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wins his first round match is Christopher Aubin. Christopher Aubin is a tough, tough, tough kid. I
Hmm.
watched him wrestle Ray earlier in the season. I've seen him wrestle a few times this year, and I think he could. He's a kid that I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the week you'd said that he made a really nice run and ended up on the podium, especially being a senior. He's going to have
The
to go
crate.
through some.
I would say the craziest thing about that first round match with Keeley is the loser likely gets Thorne from
Sanchez
Haggerty.
Yeah,
Um,
no, Thorne from Haggerty down the road.
down the
Yeah,
road,
in
yeah.
your first consolation, if you win on the back, if you beat Sanchez, then you get Thorne,
Sanchez
and
is tough, man. That's
Sanchez
no
is tough
guarantee
also.
either.
So that is a tough spot for both of them to make it to that podium
but yeah,
after
but I wouldn't
if they don't
disagree with
win
you
that match.
guys. I don't disagree with you guys. I think it's Ray and everybody else.
It is.
Jump into 215. Again, we get one and two on the top side. I have not seen Daniel Dam wrestle, so I don't know.
Well,
Dan,
damn.
I think
Well,
you have a
damn,
better.
you haven't watched him wrestle? Damn.
I haven't run across anywhere where Wes Boca has like been on any of the
I'll
things
be
I've been
here
able
all
to
Oh,
week.
see.
I'm glad we're talking about this because my pretty graphic is all messed up. That thing at the bottom there, Dan, is bad. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it says, damn,
Yeah, it says
damn.
damn.
um, Up top, you got Grady Isaacs, Lake Mary. Obviously, you know his past and his ability to get the done. He does share the quarter with Sebastian Barrera, which is, man, I'll tell you what, you sleep a little bit and he'll throw you. So just make sure that paying attention there. Um, Dam, obviously the number two there down in the second quarter of the bracket. And Christian Soto, Miami Southridge, down in the same bracket as Bowie. And then you've got a really good potential first round match. DeSicchio, is that how I say it? DeSicchio,
I think so,
and
yeah.
Ramirez. And then, Cantu, and Young sitting there as well. Um, I know the most about Isaacs. That's who I could talk about in greater detail. But I'm sure, Brant, you can fill us in on kind of what some other ones to watch.
Yeah, after I clean up my mess here. Yeah, Christian Soto, um, really, really tough athletic wrestler. Uh, could give Isaacs some issues. It's not an easy road there, though. You have Markyle Bowie from Sandalwood possibly in the quarterfinal. That'd be a 3-4 on my rankings. And then you have that first round match, as you said about Ramirez and the Secchio. The winner of that one, if they make it to that semifinals, could be a tough one for Soto. Soto on a given day um, can do a lot, but Isaacs, just the two brothers, they both come into this after a fantastic football season. It'd be a nice double, right? Your team wins a football state title, and then the two of you go and win state titles or compete for state titles. I think they have an edge coming into this weekend. Though we've not seen them wrestle a lot of the other guys in the tournament, we know how good they are. And I mean, the only
Well, and
loss for Grady was to Colton Bell of Lake Highland Prep, or so.
Well, and one of Dam's losses is to Peter Mako. So,
Yes.
he can go. I just
And Dam has beat Soto 5-3. So
There you go.
this
Well,
could go a
listen,
bunch of different
Oh,
ways.
that's right. He has beat Soto.
and
Right.
there is a kid between Isaacs and Dam named Sebastian Morera who has moments where he
He
looks
does.
like he is one of the
I
top
remember
players.
him throwing the kid in the knockout.
Yeah.
Yep. So I know he gets Grady Isaacs, which is a tough quarterfinal match. And I think he'll end up on the podium somewhere. But he is still somebody that if we get his A game and he's locked in, Grady Isaacs can't look past him.
Yep.
I agree. And we end
285.
with the big guys. I will tell you what, it has been a heavyweight year for me. We talked about 2A, 285 was really, really solid. Obviously, Michael Mako over in
Is the
1A
story. Yeah.
is maybe the best wrestler in the entire building. And 285 and 3A does not disappoint.
I'd say the
In
only
fact,
competition for Michael Mako being the best wrestler in the building would be his dad. I think that's the only competition there for
There's a
best
couple
wrestling.
others. Zach Sherman's there. Like, there's a couple others in the building. Like, I'm not saying they're wrestling this weekend. I'm saying that
Zach
they might be
Sherman wrestling
coaching.
Michael Mako. I know Zach is really good, but he's also
No, no, no,
No,
no.
no, no.
We're
He's
just
saying they're
talking
best
about the
pound for pound.
best. We're not talking
I
about
oh,
was making a
wrestling.
funny. He
I
said
mean,
he's
I
the
love
best.
Zach Sherman and all, but he's given up like 180 pounds there.
No, no, no. We're not moving guys into heavyweight that don't belong there.
Yeah.
He had said that Michael Maka is the best
Hey,
wrestler in the
who beat
building in
Cooligan in the
Memphis.
region?
Uh,
Godbolt, right?
Godbolt, yeah.
Wow.
So that is
Nice,
where we're going here
nice win.
because 285 38 is chaos. It is
Chaos. It is
chaos,
going to be chaos.
chaos.
All
You know
these
what?
guys have beat each other and
They
lost
have
to each
all
other.
beaten each other. That's right. Godbolt sits on the one line. He is your number one. He could win it all. There is no doubt. But he has losses to Korth. He has losses to Cooligan. I mean,
Yep.
this is a great weight. Dan or Brant?
I mean, it's so hard to figure out as someone who's looked at this all year long. Really, this and uh, the other heavyweights. I know 1A beyond uh, Mako has been tough to figure out, but 3A 285. I'd put guys in there and think, oh well, they're rankable, and then they go 0 and 2 somewhere. I mean, it's heavyweight for one, and is always the most volatile anyway. The line anyone can win anytime in the heavyweight division. This one just is like the living personification of that because these guys have all wrestled each other and they've all had different results. It was an ultimate tiebreaker that Godbolt knocked off Cooligan in that region final. But you have coming in here. You have Aiden Pizarro of Colonial who won the hardest region or one of the hardest regions also in for 285. You have Trenton Lindsay who came to the team returned in the not the spring but in the new year, and he's wrestled so well and he got a region championship. You've got I have my graphic over it. Gerald Logan, Demo Vogiatis from Eastlake, first round matchup, 3-5. It is just this will be chaos. Somebody will win this, and this will be one. Dan, you mentioned it. We're going to do a show after this. And you're going to be like, man, I didn't see that guy win in 285 because that's what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Or we'll have the Buchholz and Haggerty final, and I'll be like, yep, told you so.
right. But who did he pick to be the champ? You can only find out one way.
Yeah.
I,
Well, I got to publish it eventually, but yes.
Okay,
yes,
guys,
eventually.
a big question I have for you guys is all year the big talk has been about three or four teams, Southridge, Southwest, South Dade. I mean, all year we've been hearing about these three. We've been hearing about this matchup. We had Southwest take the district. We had South Dade take the region. What do we see next year? Do we see another barn burner? Do we see do we see South Dade get upset? Is South Dade still the South Dade we remember? Does Southwest get some big
Are
wins
you
on the
talking
back?
about this weekend or in the future?
You said
Oh,
next year,
dang.
but I think you meant
Oh, I'm
this week.
sorry.
This
I'm sorry. This weekend, does Southridge's guys step up and do something? does Abby get a few wins that picks him up some points? You know,
This
is it
I'll tell you
anybody's
this about the
game
South.
or is it chalk?
It is South Dade because they have
I think I froze.
I have them. Can you not hear me?
I can now.
Okay. South Dade, I have them winning 5 state champs. 3 of those are about as assured a state champ as you can get. You're not going to beat a team with 5 state champs. Southridge might be the next closest to them. Haggerty is going to be in the building, and putting some pressure on them. Southwest Miami, uh, I just I have not double checked this fact, but someone told me they had 6 losses in the blood round in that really hard region. So the
Yeah,
district champs,
they took it hard
they
there.
are
I mean,
not
they took it
bringing
on the
as
chin
much.
and really hurt
Yeah.
them.
I only have them with 5 placers. I mean, the drop off in this classification from South Dade, Southridge, and Haggerty is huge as far as numbers. Haggerty, I have with the most state placers. I have them with 9. I have South Dade with 8. I have Southridge with 6. Um, so it's not your typical South Dade team. It's not going to be a South Dade dual lineup in the finals, where they line up 10 or 11 guys in those really nice white warm-ups, and you just look like it's them against the state. But they're going to have state champs, and they're going to have at least 3 of them. They may have 5 of them, and nobody's topping that.
So I agree with Brandon that in that South Dade put themselves in the absolute best position last weekend. Um, Southwest stumbled a little bit and really um, I mean it just happens. I mean it's region 4, it's
And
that level of competition.
Well,
Southridge, it's got some studs and there's no doubt that they're going to be in the mix. The big question for me is Haggerty came in a year ago with a lot of kids and did not wrestle the way that they can wrestle and the way they should have wrestled.
yes,
And I'm thinking that if Haggerty can figure out a way to unlock and put those kids on the podium, they're not beating South Dade. But I'm telling you
they're
what,
legit second team.
they
Yeah,
could
second
finish
place team.
right there.
Yeah.
yeah, and they have a couple of, like, I feel for Hunter Jesse, who in my mind is a state finalist, but he got stuck with,
With
on the
Solis
side with one and
on
two
his
with
side.
Solis the top side. He's going to have to go through and take his third place. Uh, and you have, obviously a Sagai that's on that side,
106,
but
same thing. You get a tough semifinal when you're one of the top 2, in my opinion, in that weight class. Um, but if Haggerty does wrestle up to their level and then steals a few places here or there, they're the second best team this year here.
I think. I
They're
mean,
taking home a
if you
trophy.
recall, I think Haggerty didn't finish top 10 a year ago, and that is a top. There is no doubt in my mind that is a top 3 team.
Yep.
But weird things happen at the state tournament,
Yes.
man, and I wouldn't be surprised Haggerty sits second behind South Dade when all is said and
Yeah.
done. They could be third, but they're definitely at that level.
what a
And
great
it's going to
job
be
But
that.
you
really
got to
hard.
perform, baby.
It's gonna be
Yep.
really hard for someone else to get into that mix. So I guess that's the statement here. If someone else is in that top 3, then that is the performance of the weekend. Because Southwest Miami, I have them with 5 placers: Palmetto, Flagler, Harmony with 4. Now Lake Mary, I have them with 2 placers, 2 state champs.
Two
Um,
champs, though.
but those are the 3. I think how Haggerty handles a few of those pressure weight classes will determine if they finish second or third.
What
And
a
they
great
certainly have the talent to
job.
be second.
What a great job, Scotty and his
Thank
team
you.
have
Oh,
done.
you're
What a
you're
great job.
talking
You
about
you do all
my
the
assessments.
What a great job that was, your assessment there. But what a great job Scotty's done over there. Good
It's
for
like,
him.
Yes.
no, I'm good.
Uh,
I'm good. Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
he's like this. All right. With that being said, adios.
Hey, man.
And I'll stay on the line.